Technically, I found out about this audio drama back in, I want to say either May or possibly really late April, but I'm only just now getting to it for multiple reasons. Partly because around that time, May, June, I was really busy with my job and helping plan a wedding and getting moved into this place, and everything was just chaos at that couple of months. Also because this was recommended to me from my family, and I love my family very much, but if we're being entirely honest, they've only recently come to understand what I mean when I'm talking about audio dramas. Because the first couple of times they recommended an audio drama, it actually wasn't an audio drama, it was actually a documentary series put together by NPR. And I guess if NPR wants to make an audio drama, fine, I'm not against the idea. But the things that they were putting together that were recommended to me were not audio dramas, and we had to have a little talk about that. Ever since that talk, I think any misunderstandings have been cleared up, because we are currently on the third recommendation they've given me, and this is an actual honest-to-God audio drama. My only regret is that I've only just now gotten to it. It's a little audio drama by the name of The Left-Right Game. The title alone intrigues me, because what is the left-right game? Is this like an allegory for politics and how the liberals and the conservatives are constantly at each other's throat? Is this an espionage sort of thing? Is this like some sort of like spiritual, supernatural ritual that people play? I mean, what is the left-right game? I mean, is this like some sort of tic-tac-toe from Australia or something? I mean, I don't know. Well, after listening to most of the audio drama at this point, I have come to the conclusion that it is part mystery, part horror, and all awesome. The titular left-right game is what you get when you and a convoy of friends all decide to go into the desert and you start driving down the road. You make a left turn, you make a right turn, then you make a left turn, then you make a right turn, then you make a left turn, then you make a right turn, then you make a left turn, and it keeps going and going until you eventually decide to stop. But the thing is, the longer you play the game, the more reality around you warps and distorts, and suddenly not everything is as it seems. Suddenly you're no longer in Phoenix, Arizona. Suddenly you're in the middle of a cornfield, which I'm going to guess is the other world. Otherwise, I think somebody needs to learn about geography a little better, because I mean, I don't know a whole lot about Arizona myself, but based on what friends have told me, I'm pretty sure there's no cornfields in Arizona. No forests either, but I could be wrong about that. You start seeing a lot of weird supernatural shit as you progress through this game. Like, you see tow truckers dragging dead bodies away. You see deer giving birth to humans who age like 10 years every 10 minutes. You start seeing things like a woman inside of a giant mirror just screaming what's basically nonsense, but it is just weird, man. The actual audio drama itself, meanwhile, is divided into two parts. The first part is a man who is going through rehabilitation following a car accident. He's getting weird emails from a friend of his, and all of these emails have audio attachments, and they are of his friend who joined a convoy of people who played the left-right game recently, and everything you hear in the audio file is apparently what happened during their time playing the left-right game. And part 2 of each episode is basically the audio file, except it's not being played off to the side to imply that the guy in part 1 is listening to it. Like, we are actually in part 2 at that point. The first part is definitely the mystery-oriented part of the left-right game, where the guy is trying to figure out, why is he getting all these messages? And why does nobody remember who Alice is? It seems like everybody suddenly forgot who Alice is, and every time he tries to play the audio files for them, all they hear is like, well, garbled up noise maybe, or corrupted MP3 data, or dead silence. I don't think they ever really said, but it's clear that he's hearing something different from them. The second part of each episode is clearly like the horror element. Like, there's a share of mystery, But eventually it degenerates into just typical horror film fare where like they get picked off one by the game and its various weird elements and weird alternate rule sets, etc. The people putting together this audio drama insist over and over and fucking over again that you need to check these out on Sonos brand earbuds. Like, are they earbuds or are they Bluetooth speakers? I'm not exactly sure, maybe they're both, but they're definitely a brand of speaker, and they absolutely insist, like, every time that you listen to them on Sonos brand speakers, and they give you reasons that, you know, it's very atmospheric, and if you listen to it on the speakers, you can hear things that are behind you. They sound like they're behind you, they sound like they're beside you, etc. And I'm not saying they're wrong in the way they engineered the audio, but it's very obvious that this is product placement. To be fair, though, I did make the mistake of listening to the first couple of episodes on this bad boy right here. This guy, which is my Bluetooth speaker. I can never pronounce the name of it. I'm probably holding it upside down if it's written down here. I don't know. I listen to it on this because I listen to a lot of audio dramas in my office on that Bluetooth speaker. I've had that thing for almost 2 years now, and it has served me well in this department. But after a while, I finally caved, and I listened to them on my Raycons, because those things were $80, goddammit. I am going to get my money's worth from those. And so far I have. Oh yeah, hashtag not sponsored, by the way, but just saying. Not sponsored by the people who made this guy, nor Raycon earbuds, just letting you know how I was listening to the stuff. You know, normally I'm not as much of a stickler for how you should listen to stuff. I mean, you do you, by all means, but honestly, this is one of those audio dramas where it would pay if you had earbuds, like good earbuds too. Like, they recommend Sonos, but I would honestly be okay with my Raycons at the rate we're going right now, because things are really good. When I realized this was going to be a horror audio drama, I was skeptical. Like, there are good horror audio dramas, like The Call of the Void, I've given 3 out of 4 to. Those guys were pretty good, but the thing about horror is it does have the potential to be good, but for every one good horror film or horror audio drama or horror video game, there's like 24 other things that decide they're going to be absolute garbo. And a lot of that comes from the fact that horror, in the hierarchy of genres, horror is basically a step above porn and a step below comedy. But yeah, it's easy to make, it's easy to film. A lot of people in horror films are terrible actors, and a lot of the actual horror itself is really hokey. But honestly, this is not one of those cases, man. This shit got intense in a hurry. 2 episodes in, and I am already just like on the edge of my seat, wondering what's gonna happen next in the left-right game. Like, what sort of weird phenomenon are they going to encounter next? What sort of crazy thing is going to happen next? Who's going to get picked off next? And how are they going to get picked off next, etc.? Just, what's next? If I'm being entirely honest, I don't think there's a bad actor in the entire show. Like, I think everybody is a good actor. Like, I admit that I kind of keep my standards a little lower when it comes to audio dramas, if only because not everybody who's putting together an audio drama is like professional grade, wandery, NPR sort of guys. But this one right here was clearly put together by guys who know what they're doing. The acting is solid, the engineering is perfect, it is really creepy, and I have been enjoying my time with this, and you better believe I'm gonna finish it. I feel like I'm being a little generous with the ratings in these last few audio drama reviews, but screw it. 4 hats out of 4. That's just how good it is. And that's going to do it for this audio drama review. Be sure to come back next time when I have something else to review or talk about or what have you. In the meantime, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for future notifications, and follow me on Twitter for more Tommy Teal Hat flavored goodness. Until next time.